Tonight, an outpouring of support. People across the country and around the world are rallying around Pittsburgh after an act of hate shattered the Jewish community there. A day of worship turning into a massacre as a suspect opens fire inside a synagogue full of people. Today, we learn the names of the 11 who were killed in the attack. The oldest, a 97-year-old Holocaust survivor, Rose Mallinger.
Tonight, thousands gathered in vigils across the world to honor those 11 lives, including right here in the Valley. The Chabad Edelman Jewish Community Center in Fountain Hills held a prayer service this afternoon, asking everyone to come together and pray for the victims. Tonight, 6 people injured in the shooting are still recovering. As
the community grieves, investigators are promising justice for what they're calling a racist, hate-fueled attack. Police say the suspect, 46-year-old Robert Bowers, was armed with 4 guns when he entered the synagogue yesterday morning, methodically gunning down his victims before police fired at him as he tried to escape. According to court documents, Bowers told police, "They're committing genocide to my people. I just want to kill Jews."
Bowers is expected in court tomorrow, facing 29 federal charges, including hate crimes. Even in the face of this unspeakable tragedy, today religious leaders say they are determined to grow stronger through their sorrow.